Hello everyone and welcome back to Chronos Plays Dual Destinies. Today, we already talked to you. I'm pretty sure we need to go talk to Jinxie twice and Filch. Fun times. If I was a dude that steals stuff, I would be in the foyer. Oh, yeah, good choice. It is nice. Ah, the curse! Ah, the curse of Tenma Taro! Heek! You outside of the north, them superstitions that are peril. Mind your own business, will you? Did you just steal something? Ah! Youch! What? Oh, did you punch us? What's this all about? Curse? Tenma Taro's curse us all unless you stop talking, sticking your nose where it don't belong. Stop the investigation. Listen to what them superstitions say. Right. How about obeying the law before you go obeying the superstitions? Huh? Hey, what are you doing with the widget over around your neck? He's mine. You know better than going around stealing people's stuff like that. Same goes for my bracelet. Oh, same goes for my bracelet. Sorry. I promise I won't do it again. Snap his neck. Like a Kit Kat bar. Almost kidnapped my sweet little widget. Big jerk. I'm sorry. No, I'm not. I guess you can't teach an old raccoon dog. What? I guess you can't teach an old raccoon dog new tricks. Okay. As long as we have him here, I guess we should ask him what happened. Hi. Stealing. I can't believe you did that. It's one thing to steal a pair of shoes, but to steal a widget? Grr. Yipes! Mercy! I can't seem to control myself. It's that thieving blood running in my veins. Thieving blood? What's that supposed to mean? Glad you asked. The infinite bandit Azuki Kozo was my grandpappy. Take a gander at this. Okay. What exactly am I looking at? Looks like another one of those yokai to me. Well, it's none other than the Azuki Kozo. Robbed the rich and to give to the poor, he did. And he leave him one of them figures at the scene of the crime. What's more, I'm his grandson cause he was my grandpappy. Ah, you don't say. The resemblance is uncanny. These honor, it's the honest truth. You don't have honor. You're not Robin Hood. You're dumbass. The sloshing sound of Azuki beans scraping together in the dead of the night. It's the magical sound of dirty money getting washed clean for giving out to the poor. I'm a Azuki Kozo, washer of money, giver out of wealth, reborn. Okay, so everyone here is completely insane. Get the money. You should be washing yourself that nasty habit. Wait a sec. This figure looks familiar. Yeah, and it looks like the old dusty figure we found in the Forbidden Chamber. Updated. Wouldn't we want to keep the dusty figure since we found it at the scene of the crime? Hey! What you doing with that here figure? Oh, this we found in the Forbidden Chamber. It looks like it'd been there practically forever. Huh. Could you mean my grandpa broke into the Forbidden Chamber way back? Hey, that reminds me. He once told me there's treasure in their chamber. Treasure? Oh, okay. Forbidden Chamber treasure. What do you know about the treasure in there? Only that it's the greatest get-rich chance in the universe. Grandpappy told me all about it. Said there's amazing treasure in there. There's something amazing in there. Didn't see anything like that, though. Your grandfather didn't, by chance, already steal it, did he? Seeing how there was one of his figures in there, that just might be. That grandpappy of mine. Bet he washed that treasure up real good before handing it out to the poor. I'm pretty sure he never gave it to the poor. What is with your nose? Are you a pig now? Are you a raccoon dog pig? Is that like the predecessor to the man bear pig? Of course, because he was so righteous. Look, I can get behind taking from assholes and giving it to the poor, absolutely. But I'm 99,000% sure your grandfather didn't do that, and you definitely aren't doing that. Tenma Taro sighting. In court, you mentioned seeing Tenma Taro near the scene of the crime. Nah, sorry, I didn't come clean right away, but them superstitions got the better of me. The people of Ninetales Vale sure are fucking weird. I'm not surprised you wouldn't want to talk about seeing Tenma Taro. Damn right, them superstitions scared me out of my wits, I tell you. That's why I'm gonna do exactly what they say from now on. So you plan on staying here in Ninetales Vale? Yep, I'm gonna keep living here and keep with the old ways, just like Grandpappy did. Damn superstitions are like rulebooks to me. Wait, so you're saying you actually believe in those old wise tales? Yeah, aren't you been listening to a word I said? You're going to do exactly what them superstitions say. Well, I say baloney. I don't know what I'm looking for. What am I looking for? Wait, back up, what'd I miss? Is it just, can I look at the old wise tales? Don't tell those you see him, okay, ignore it will cost you soul, freeing him. There's nothing about gambling or stealing here. I thought that was gonna be it. I fucking don't know.
Take that!
It's clearly written right here. Ignoring the superstition will cost you your soul. There is, however, one way to save it. Your immediate departure from the village. So according to this, you shouldn't even be here, let alone talking with us. Oh, okay. You said you plan on staying right here in the Ninetales Vale. But if you really believe in the superstitions, you would have been long gone from now, you sweaty bastard. Why? I know you've been lying to me. Time to come clean, Mr. Filch. Yipes! Coming clean. Oh, Tenma Taro sighting. You were lying about believing in the superstitions, weren't you? Sorry, but I didn't have no choice. So, what's the real reason why you couldn't talk about seeing Tenma Taro? Why the fuck do I want to play Digimon World? That's gonna sound weird, because it is weird, because I just blurted that out of fucking nowhere. I don't know why, but reading that, for some reason, I was just, in my head, I just had like a visual Digimon World like, for PlayStation 1, and I was like, oh yeah, I want to play that again. And I'm like, that's so random. Nothing we are doing right now is even remotely close to that fucking game, so I don't know why I thought of it. Yeah. I don't Tentamon? Maybe that's why instead of Tenma Taro? Maybe, I don't know. My brain's weird. It's all that pretty boy's fault, the miserable Belle, if you know what I mean. He told me not to say a word about seeing Tenma Taro. Said if I did, he'd do what them sisters said they would do. So it was Mr. L'Belle who muzzled you. Why would Mr. L'Belle want to scare you into silence? Mr. L'Belle was trying to protect that little maid girl. I was all kind of on that rumor. The one about her being possessed. The rumor again. I guess we really don't have, we really do have to talk to Mayor Tenma about the possession rumors. Fucking break his arms. Village superstition stolen by Phineas Filch. I've been taking this back now. Kind of like family to me. You could have just asked instead of stealing it. Still break his arms. What was that all about? Was that all we wanted to ask Mr. Filch? Yeah, I think was it. Let's go see Mr. Tenma Taro one more time. Now we gotta go talk to Jinxie. Just thinking about dealing with that yokai again makes me want to say pass. Puff puff pass. This? So your grandfather was a famous thief. That's right. He stole from the rich to give to the poor, which was himself. Just like Robin Hood, but in these parts, he's known as Azuki Kozo. He washes his loot clean before handing it to the poor. On the matter, Mr. Filch has such noble intentions, because he doesn't. I bet he was planning on keeping my proceeds to himself, yeah. Also, we're not rich. I mean, we'll try. Nothing? Alright. Jinxie statement? No, okay. I mean, we already showed you the other one before, so... Move to Yokai Lane. Okay, Jinxie's not here. Manor? No. Detention, I guess. Oh, right, she was taken by, Fulbright, right? Lord Tenma, your attorneys have come to see you, your malevolence. Oh, that was Athena. Why are you speaking like that? Oh, May Tenma, you returned. Yes, well, Jinxie came by earlier to apply a new charm to my head. It seems to be suppressing the demon within me. Oh, that's a relief. Maybe you'll actually get somewhere this time. So, what can I do for you today? I was asking about the rumor that Jinxie is possessed. She allegedly left the yokai evidence at the scene while under the demon's power. At least that's what the prosecution is going to claim in tomorrow's trial. Huh? Rah! Ka! No matches this warding charm for me. The charm! Tenma Taro's back! Those foolish mortals. They shall regret blaming that child for my doings. I blew it. That question brought that yokai back. I don't think it's I think he's just playing, acting, trying to cover for his daughter, maybe. And he probably won't drop the act until Jinxie's name is cleared either. Okay. Rumor about Jinxie. We'd like to ask you about something your aide Confronting L'Belle mentioned. Do you know that Jinxie's rumored to be possessed? I know not what you speak. You're not trying to protect Jinxie, are you? I, Tenma Taro, Demon Lord of the Yokai, protect a mere mortal? Ka! No affection do I possess for your race of humans. Please, we already proved there was a third party disguised as a yokai at the scene. But if you deny that tomorrow, you'll never be able to clear May Tenma's name. But I have already told you, I'm not what you seek, or what you speak. I don't think we're gonna get anything more out of him. It's all over unless we can somehow prove that Jinxie didn't plant the yokai evidence. Hey, Apollo, I think I get this. I think I can prove that she didn't do it. Really? Sure. I should be able to use my psychology to explain the whole possession thing. Knock yourself out. Wow, Athena is really something. I can really count on her when it counts. The real story. Hey, Tenma, Jinxie isn't possessed. I believe her so-called possession episodes are a form of, somnambulism. Okay, where's my phone? Alright, right here. Let's see. Name. Bulism. Bulis? Somnambulous? Sure, we'll go with that one first. A person who sleepwalks. Oh! Okay. Man. I never heard that called that before, but alright. Somnambulism? You mean sleepwalking? Fuck! Alright, maybe I should just let them talk for a second. Yeah, I believe she's exhibiting a rare form of the disorder, usually brought on by repressed stress. Mr. Mayor, didn't her symptoms start soon after she began her job in the Ninetales Vale? When the child visited last, she didn't speak of dreading yokai and how they she did speak of dreading yokai and how they robbed her of her sleep. I'm pretty sure she's just impressionable. I knew it! That lack of sleep is causing her to enter an unconscious state. And that means you can't be trying to protect her, at least not at a conscious level. Or trying to protect you at a conscious level. So then Tenma Taro that was spotted in the manor wasn't Jinxie. Sleepwalking, eh? That would indeed explain the matter. Look, Tenma Taro's spirit. It left the mayor's body. What a fucking coincidence. you tell us the truth now, Mayor Tenma?
Very well. It is the least I can do for the superb exorcist such as you.
Mayor Tenma, you didn't leave those feathers and tracks at the scene, did you?
I did not. Neither I nor Jinxie have anything to do with that. That was the killer's doing, no doubt.
I knew it. Oh, I knew it. Yeah, that's how I sound.
You suspect Florent is behind this. But why? Did he really want Ninetails' veil that badly?
Can you think of any reason why?
Looking back, he did seem fixated on Tenma Taro for a spell. Ah! Could it be? Perhaps he was attempting to release Tenma Taro.
That's crazy. Yeah, I agree. Are you saying that the yokai is real? Because we opened that fucking door, dude.
Whatever the case, Tenma Taro being brings nothing but pain and misfortune. It's as the superstitions warn, you must not gaze upon him nor free him from his prison.
Oops, I did again.
But how could people actually believe that? I don't know.
Well, at least we know who's behind this whole Tenma Taro thing. Technically us, right? We're the ones that opened the door. And we looked at the statue. I mean, I'm sure Florent was in there too. It looks like he stole some stuff probably. Or at least tried to. And, you know, he dropped his gel hair dye spray. No, lotion. It was lotion. So he was there first. But we opened the door. Yeah, I think I need another nice long chat with Mr. L'Belle. Oh, god damn it.
Your dinner is ready, your benevolence.
Ah, an offering to the Demon King. You may place it right here.
The kitchen crew poured their heart and soul into making it, and a few orphan souls as well.
Did they now? Souls happen to be a favorite of mine. Just hold the hearts next time. Caw, caw, caw.
Yes, your malevolence. I'll remember that.
How long is he planning on keeping this up, this yokai charade? I don't know, until they give him everything he wants, probably. We already talked to Mr. Filch and Mayor Tenma, so why don't we go see Florent L'Belle next, now that we know the truth. Don't we need to talk to Jinxie? He won't be able to claim that Tenma Taro was Jinxie or the mayor anymore. But the real question is, how are we gonna get him to admit it with him? Okay, now let's practice that again, Filchy, from the top. Miss L'Belle was in the foyer at the time of the crime, and when we heard a scream. Hey, what was the next part again? Yeah! You have the memory capacity of a flea. This is the 13th time now, you know. Now 100 times more and you're done. I don't know if they're practicing their alibi. Oh, I ain't cut out for this. Whoopsie daisy. Yo! Oh, begging your pardon, Mr. L'Belle, sir. I just, you know, all practice. Yipes! Unbelievable. What if you had Sully Might out of the grubby paws of yours? Did Filch L'Belle's wall just now? So, what do you think they're up to this time? What do you mean we heard them? We saw the text at the bottom of the screen. Oh, it's you two. Eavesdropping, are you? You peasants are so tacky. Well, what do you want with me? Your confusion to being the Tenma Taro, or your confession of being the Tenma Taro boss would be nice right about now. Yeah, but like, would he just confess here? Is that camera rolling in the back? I would hope so. Mr. Filch filled me in the conversation you two had, and about how you told him not to say a word about seeing Tenma Taro. Filchy, you fool! I told you nothing good would come from you running your mouth! So why do you want to keep Mr. Filch quiet like that, Mr. L'Belle? Why? To protect darling little Jinxie, of course. But Jinxie was never really possessed. She was sleepwalking. Being asleep at the time, she couldn't have been consciously trying to protect the mayor. That also means she couldn't have possibly been Tenma Taro. Interesting. But where are you going with this? Since you asked so politely, I believe you have a different reason for trying to keep Mr. Filch quiet. That reason would deflect doubt away from the one who was really Tenma Taro. Now this is getting interesting. Are you insinuating that I'm Tenma Taro? So sorry to disappoint, but I'm nothing of the sort. That's right, Miss Bell even told me Tenma Taro was a jinx. So, yeah. I said Tenma Taro was Jinxie, you fool. Yeah. Honestly, you have the memory capacity of a flea, like I just said a second ago. Probably should have said goldfish this time. Practice it 100 times more. Yipes. So, have you been called to testify tomorrow? Yes, and I'm so looking forward to my courtroom debut. You'll just have to wait until then.
Oh, I'll be waiting. With a special piece of evidence that I've been saving just for that. Please don't show him that. I swear to fucking God.
Filchy, wake up, you lazy bones. What? Was I sleeping? Oh. Must have been that sweet cologne yours, Mr. L'Belle. Made me right sleepy, it did.
Oh, do you have a sleeping drug in your cologne? Interesting.
Well, it's time for your lesson on what to do and say tomorrow. I'm begging you, not another lesson. I ain't cut off for thinking and remembering stuff.
Relatable.
Yeah!
Right in the what? Oh, Snozella. How do you wait? Snozella? Yeah.
Keep quiet and do exactly as I say. No, please! Anything but another lesson! There they go. Missed our chance to get the truth out of him.
I mean, getting the truth out of him here wouldn't really matter. We need to get it where, you know, we can record it. Or in court. Or, like, in front of the police. Or I guess we could just have him confess and then, like, kneecap him or something like that. But yeah, we'll have to get the proof we need in court tomorrow, one way or the other. All that's left now is that lie Jinxie told. We better go clear that up before tomorrow.
Think they're done questioning Jinxie?
Maybe. Let's see if she's over at Yokai Lane shopping for more charms. How much money does this child have? Because I'm assuming since they're, you know, souvenirs, they're not cheap. Gotta drain all the tourists you can. Oh, hi, Jinxie.
Cursed nine-tailed fox, the time for my grudge has been festered over time. At last, vengeance will be grr.
Anything interesting you said there, or just no? Okay.
Hussy must be possessed. Sleepwalking again.
You want me to slap her? Maybe if I speak softly, I won't startle her and get a charm plastered in my face. Psst! Jinxie! Huh! Oh, hello, Mr. Demon Lawyer. My charms must have fallen off. Guess I can avoid a charm slap by toning down my cords of steel.
Are they done questioning you, Jinxie?
Uh-huh. Well, on the way back, I stopped here to buy a new charm that was just released. Oh, which one? The one with the nine-tailed fox and Tenma Taro. It shows them dancing together. Really? Two bitter rivals dancing together. Uh-huh. The charm for rebuilding burnt bridges. Oh, right. For the municipal mergers issue. No, it's for the demon lawyer and the insomniac prosecutor. It'll stop you two from fighting like you did in the court tomorrow. We weren't fighting. We were no fighting. Charm slapped again.
Apollo, if you're done playing around, let's find out what she was lying about.
What do you remember? Jinxie, it seems you're starting to remember things. You already said that the feathers and tracks weren't there when you discovered the crime. Have you remembered anything else that seems important? Ugh, like what? Tell us what you saw that day. Maybe you'll remember something else this time. Eek. When I opened the door, Papa and Alderman Cuby would collapse in the fox chamber. That's when Papa told me to call an ambulance and the police. He was conscious? That's all he said before he passed out in the chair. Oh, okay. I knew it. She's lying! I would like to perceive you! Why are you holding the bracelet to your eye? Up here, I'd assume. Ah, it's her finger. It's shaking. Okay, can we go back? Listen again, please. Perceive!
Gotcha!
Ah, you were very nervous when you said that's all he said, you twitchy girl. I know because I saw your fingers move like they were going to slap someone with a charm. Huh? Listen to me, Jinxie. This is very important. Did Mayor Tenma say anything else to you? It was nothing. He was just talking in his sleep. Talking in his sleep? So you meant he did say something else? Eek, my plate. Oh, it's better. How could you tell? Because you just said that. Because you just said it, Jinxie. Only a demon could have such a power. I mean, technically, kind of, probably, I agree with you on this whole power stuff. But yeah. Like I said, he was talking in his sleep. I mean, why would Papa say something like that? Could you be a little bit more specific? Before he fainted, he said, "My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. And also forgive me, Jinxie, I killed Alderman Kyubi." He said what? The mayor actually confessed to the crime? But he didn't mean it. He couldn't possibly have known what he was saying. He is probably possessed, or maybe he was in the middle of a nightmare. A nightmare? No, this is a nightmare. This is the one statement I wish I never heard. What in the world are we going to do now? Return to the basics? Yeah. Always believe in your client, even when they confess to murder. That way, you can live on guilt-free, getting a guilty man off. Right, just believe in my client, even if it's all I can see is darkness and despair. Jinxie, does Prosecutor Blackwell know about your father's confession? I didn't mention it to him when he was questioning me. I mean, there's no way Papa's the killer. I mean, if we go by the anime, you're right. But still, not the anime. I'm like, the anime opening. I know there is a Phoenix Wright anime. Do they cover all the games? I kind of thought they only like did the first one. I haven't watched it. I was going to watch it after I did the first one. But I was like, oh, maybe I'll just hold off just in case. But, I mean, I would assume this would make a fairly decent anime, maybe. Why would the mayor confess like that? That's a good question. Could he really have been dreaming or simply delirious? Well, he did get brain trauma, right? Who knows? But I sure feel like I'm in a living nightmare right now. Pillow, what are we going to do about tomorrow's trial? Lose? The crime scene was locked tight until Jinxie arrived, and our client even confessed. I mean, they technically don't know that, but as a law-abiding lawyer on the side of justice, I should probably tell them at some point. Not only that, Jinxie has been accused of planting the yokai evidence. Both the mayor and Jinxie are going to be imprisoned if we don't do anything. Ah, she's going to juvie. I know. Let's see. If she actually helped with the murder, she'd probably go to, like, real jail. But I'm pretty sure they wouldn't try her as an adult to send her to real prison. Well, to be fair, she would still go to juvie until going to real prison, right? They don't send, like, children to the actual prison until they're of age. But, yeah, I don't think they would try her as an adult, though, for this. Unless she premeditated, like, unless she, like, knew, I don't know. I guess maybe? I don't think she would get, like, she wouldn't get a life sentence, I feel like, maybe. I don't know. She's probably actually trying to cover up a murder. And the more I talk about it, she probably would be actually tried as an adult for an accomplice for murder, right? She wouldn't get anywhere near as much time, but she would be in jail for a while, I feel like. A lack of a third party in the locker room is a major problem. Jinxie has testified that when she first opened the door, Alderman Kyubi and Mayor Tenma were the only people she saw in the Fox Chamber. But the real killer must have been hiding in there as well. Considering the room was locked tight, that's the only logical explanation. Our mystery person must have fled the Fox Chamber when it opened. And that's when Jinxie saw what she thought was Tenma Taro. But Papa and the Alderman were the only people in there. I didn't see anyone else.
What's going on here? L'Belle's extremely pale, but he's far more than transparent, or far from transparent. So just how did he hide himself at the scene of the crime? Whatever it takes in court tomorrow, Apollo. We have to take down that dirty, rotten Tenma Taro Florent L'Belle. Right, we'll get him with the legal exorcism, justice style. To be continued. Alright, let's go on to the next chapter. I guess technically day 2, trial 2, right? Right? Yeah. I just saved, so I was like, I don't even, for some reason, don't even remember. Yeah, day 2, court. I should always just wait a little bit before, before that. Court is now back in session for the trial of Damien Tenma. Apollo Justice, defense team lead, is ready, Your Honor. Athena Cykes, assistant defender, is ready too, Your Honor. Jesus Pratt. What? As chipper as ever, I see. And in French, no does. And the prosecution. I have new shackles. Very well then. By the way, I asked Detective Fulbright to provide sturdier shackles today. There'll be no more of your funny business this time, Prosecutor Blackwell. Now, for your opening statement, if you would. I believe it's standard procedure for the prosecutor to handle it. Looks like the judge is really bringing it today. He probably realized how Blackwell played him. That was one mean game of Simon Says. Yeah, his honor has to fight to defend his honor, too. Your baldness. It's plain to see you've already dreamed of delivering an epic opening statement. I have? I don't know if I'd say that. Why, of course you have. I saw it in your eyes the last time you gave that opening statement. That was the look of one who yearns deeply for the thrill of an epic opening statement. For decades now, you have been watching opening statements for your bench. They were the crown jewels of the court. The one thing you could not possess. The crown jewels of the court. Now, at long last, they are within your grasps. How could you possibly refuse? Oh, so you don't mind if I do it then? I'll make a special exception, just this once. Here we go again. Yeah, more Blackwell's mind games. Well, in that case, I think I might go ahead and make an open statement myself. In yesterday's session, we learned the shocking truth that the victim Alderman Rex Cuby was the Amazing Ninetales. We also learned that the Amazing Ninetales was a key figure in the yokai craze and anti-merger protests. It was further revealed that upon learning Rex Cuby's secret identity, Mayor Damien Tenma murdered him. The fact that the crime took place in a tightly locked room was also brought to light. And the only people in that tightly locked room was the defendant and the victim. The defense proposed the existence of hypothetical third party, but the further investigation revealed no proof of a third party who had escaped the room. Ergo, we must conclude that the evidence against the defendant is, well, conclusive. Eek! Did I say something wrong? That was quite astonishing. You truly outdone yourself this time. Oh, one more thing to boast about to my grandchildren. Well, this was not an unexpected turn of events. Now then, it seems the prosecution has called a new witness to testify. The inexplicable yokai evidence left at the scene of the crime. Well, that does not demand some sort of explanation. The feathers in the tracks. Were those left by the mayor while he was possessed? That was but an act to protect his daughter. Oh. Yes, of course. I had suspected as much. Wait, did he actually believe that mayor's award-winning performance? His daughter was the one who planted the yokai evidence. Ergo, the true identity of the yokai in the manor was the manor's maid, Jinxie Tenma. Objection! Prosecution engaging in mere conjecture. Would you care for some witness testimony then? For I am ready to prove that the little scamp is the one behind the Tenma Taro farce.
Witness testimony? I bet he means Filch and that creep L'Belle. Why would you, Blackquill, why would you bring Filch back after yesterday? Like, right? You broke your shackles and threw a fit because of him. Very well then. Bailiff, would you bring in the first witness? Why? Mr. Filch, you made quite the hasty exit yesterday. See that it does not happen again today.
Well, been known for my hasty retreat since I was a kid. Bit of a trademark of mine.
Indeed. You managed to give a total of 5 bailiffs a slip.
Like those amateurs could ever nab me. Yipes!
Perhaps we should shackle you by the neck. That would keep you in place.
Yipes! Please, now, please, I'm liable to rip my own head off if I start running.
Your statement, now.
Yes, sir? Mr. Blackhead, sir? He may beat a hasty retreat, but there's no escaping Prosecutor Blackquill.
Yeah, Blackquill doesn't strike me as a give-up or easy type. Now, Mr. Filch, your testimony, please. Specifically the true nature of the yokai you saw in the manor shortly after the crime.
Tenma Taro is a really little maid girl, ain't no doubt about it. I mean, Tenma Taro I saw was a little thing about her eyes. But the little runner had a big old staff. I seen it when she came in the hot foyer. Bet she stole it from the Forbidden Chamber after stumbling in on a crime scene.
Probably that one then.
Said she was gonna use the wallop on me, kind of my fierce reputation. I just know it.
Okay, we'll press everything, of course, but key probably for that Forbidden Chamber statement. So Tenma Taro was short in stature, and that's because it was Ms. Jinxie Tenma all along.
Oh, you betcha. Besides, all the rest of the men were way taller than her.
Feigning height is but an easy thing. But a big ox like the defendant would never pass for short.
What if the Tenma Taro impersonator was walking on his knees? Weren't no knees walking. I seen it myself.
Huh. And perhaps the yokai really was Miss Tenma after all. All monsters are not but tricks, either of the mind or a cheap parlor variety. So you're saying she created an illusion, like one of those magical eye things? Precisely. What? Alright, human senses are easily deceived. Take the fellow in the cell next to me. Each night he cries and screams about some ghost he thinks he sees. But in the truth, it was simply the janitor. Oh! Prosecutor Blackquill just gave up the ghost, literally. The janitor's deathly complexion and all white attire, no doubt part of the blame. That and the fact that he constantly mutters about taking vengeance for this or that. That actually sounds like a real ghost to me. It's like, wait, back up. we need to look at this. The defense may now cross-examine the witness. All right. So, I'm pretty sure it's going to be the third one? Mr. Filch, you and Mr. L'Belle mentioned something about a practice yesterday. You know how the so-called lesson was about what you were supposed to say in court?
No, you got it all wrong.
Then could you tell the court exactly what sort of lesson it was?
Yeah, what was it again? Yipes, now I remember math, you know, numbers and stuff.
He's completely under Blackwill's control, too.
Anyway, the Tenma Taro, that was that little maid gal, so what's the difference?
Hold it!
If they ever voice this, they should get Danny DeVito to do Filch. I take it you got a good look at how tall Tenma Taro impersonator was.
You betcha. I got a habit of sizing people up. I can even give you a primer on how to pull it off. All under the table natch? I got a knack for figuring out where people's pockets are and how much money they have. I sized them up real good before I was leaving them with their valuables.
You just admitted to being a pickpocket right here in court. Does the witness hold this Tenma Taro does the witness hold that this Tenma Taro enter the foyer?
Oh, darn right I do.
Oh, so it's a fourth one, probably. Well, you're not gonna brush it all off by claiming the perp was short.
Must have hit a raw nerve cause you ain't that tall yourself.
Look who's talking, mister. I gotta stand on a box to testify. That is hilarious. Anyways, Mr. Phillip, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't you say Tenma Taro you saw had a staff?
Cross my heart and hope to die. I know because it was a jingle and a jangle.
And where do you suppose that staff came from?
The staff, you say? Well...
Hold it!
I suppose you mean to say that Jinxie Tenma entered the Forbidden Chamber to get one.
Well, I ain't never seen a staff like that in the manor. So it had to be in the Forbidden Chamber.
Oh, really? The stench of L'Belle is thick in the air today.
Jinxie entered the Forbidden Chamber after the incident. Then she took the staff and tried to cover up her actions by pretending to be Tenma Taro. Guess that's what Filcher's trying to say.
Could Jinxie have entered the Forbidden Chamber if she wanted to?
No!
There is one thing I was wondering about. Why did the yokai have a staff in the first place?
Well, I got my hunches about that.
I think the only evidence we have is the key that says it's the only one, right? And where it was, so I would assume that is going to be where we need to put it. Wallop you, and why would the so-called yokai want to do that?
A little maid girl never did like me. She always hightails it when I come around, or sticks those wear papers on my noggin.
I mean, to be fair, yeah, that's the appropriate response. Probably thinks of him as dreaded Tanuki demon or monster of the Kyubi Manor or something.
We need to prove that Jinxie isn't Tenma Taro, but I have no idea how we're gonna do that.
All we have to do is prove that it was possible for Jinxie to enter into turn into Tenma Taro, and that might be easier than you think.
Really?
Now's our chance. Our chance to expose the real Tenma Taro for all to see. Here presents. So, this has to be it.
Objection!
It would seem that Tenma Taro was, in fact, not this innocent little girl.
Huh? How'd you figure that?
You claim that Tenma Taro you saw had one of the staffs from the Forbidden Chamber, but it would have been impossible for Ms. Tenma to get a hold of one. This is going to incriminate our defendant, though. You're right. Care to elaborate, Mr. Justice? The mayor swallowed this key shortly after the murder. He wanted to keep the killer out of the Forbidden Chamber. What's this? This key was deep in the mayor's stomach when Ms. Tenma discovered the crime scene. So you see, it would have been impossible for her to get into the Forbidden Chamber. In short, the Tenma Taro seen holding this staff could not have been Jinxie Tenma. Ah! Ah! What? But then who does the defense believe was impersonating Tenma Taro? Our Tenma Taro impersonator is none other than the mayor's Tenma's aide.
Objection!
Oh, an objection, not a silence, huh? Such accusations beg evidence. Aside from his ghastly appearance, can you prove that he is a yokai you seek? Yes, in fact, I can. Very well, let's see where the defense is going with this. Mr. Justice, please show us proof as to the identity of Tenma Taro impersonator. That. We found this hand cream in the Forbidden Chamber, and we know that whoever was Tenma Taro took one of the staves out of there. In short, I believe whoever this hand cream belongs to is the yokai impersonator we're looking for. But Mr. Justice, how do you propose the identity to identify the hand cream's owner? I'm glad you asked, Your Honor. The defense requests a fingerprint analysis on the piece of evidence. He says, holding it in his bare hands. It might tell us who it belongs to. Interesting. So, you expect to find the yokai's prints here? We could also just look at the branding. Very well. Hereby call a short recess while we wait for the fingerprints results. No need for that, your baldness. We have prints of everyone at the manor that day. You called, Prosecutor Blackwell? Could anyone be more whipped? Fulbright, have you met Francisca? She whips a lot of people. Fulbright, and now analyze this for prints. You have 3 minutes. Your wish is my command. Very well then. I guess we'll just wait right here. I was gonna say, it's pretty short trial for recess already. I've seen the fingerprints analysis is complete. What do the results say? What in the world? They're Florent L'Belle's prints, aren't they? This is absurd. Prosecutor Blackwell? I'm not going to like this, am I? Don't tell me. They're Tenma Taro's prints. Fingerprints analysis has revealed that the prints belong to... Phineas Filch.
Objection!
Wait, what? What?
Then Mr. L'Belle wasn't the one who entered the Forbidden Chamber?
Objection!
Why, you tricksy little tanuki! Explain yourself now.
Sure, them prints are mine. I mean, I did pilfer the hand cream from Mr. L'Belle after all.
So you're the one who entered the Forbidden Chamber?
So what if I did? Got a problem with that? Yipes!
You fool of a tanuki! Order! Order! Mr. Justice, care to explain what this could mean? Excellent question. The fact that Mr. Filch was in the Forbidden Chamber... Wait a second. Does this mean that Tenma Taro holding the staff was... Phineas Filch?
Yipes! Another cat out of the bag!
Mr. Filch is Tenma Taro. Interesting. I don't understand. Does this mean... So wait, you broke in for him, I'm assuming, and he killed the dude. So you guys are working together? Mr. Filch is the real killer. Did you know he was gonna kill someone? The witness will explain himself this instant.
I'm begging your pardon, your ownership, but I was just doing what the alderman told me. He wanted me to be Tenma Taro to the village, in the village exorcism ritual.
Oh wow, okay, I actually thought that was actually Damien Tenma. So you mean the event of the Ninetales Festival? That was you inside the Tenma Taro costume?
Yeah, and after the event, I went to watch the pro wrestling program, but it bored me to tears on account of the wrestlers being complete jobbers.
We like to refer to them as enhancement talents, Filch. So he didn't actually watch the entire wrestling match.
That's when I looked at the Tenma Taro costume and got an idea. Nobody can tell it was me while I was wearing it. And because of them superstitions, no matter what I do, the villagers won't say a word.
In other words, you use the superstition to effectively render yourself invisible.
Why did you want to enter the Forbidden Chamber in the first place? Because I'm treasure there. I thought it was my big chance to sneak in and nab it.
Treasure? Yeah, we just saw this. So are you not connected to the L'Belle at all? I mean, I know L'Belle is telling you how to testify, but still. He went in there knowing this, not knowing his grandfather had already pilfered it.
Guess that's one tale that didn't get passed down from grandpappy to grandson.
Wait, how exactly did you get into the Forbidden Chamber? There was a meeting in the Fox Chamber that day. Plus, the mayor swallowed the only key that could open the Forbidden Chamber. You couldn't have possibly gotten in.
I cut through the air vent in the foyer. The vents left of the alderman pitch.
Oh, you know what? I didn't even fucking see that.
I went on in and made a nice little hole. Used to get in the air. I used that to get in the air duct that leads to the Forbidden Chamber. I did.
You what?
But how's that even possible? Wait a second. Remember the air vent in the Forbidden Chamber? So Mr. Filch found a way to get into that air duct. And that's how he got from the foyer vent to the Forbidden Chamber.
So Tenma Taro is nothing more than a cat burglar, or rather a tanuki burglar. And we're back to being without anyone to charge for the alderman's murder.
Looks like the Soka Yokai is nothing more than one big troublemaker.
Tell me, Mr. Finch, what did you do after fleeing the foyer? Please don't knock over the Suiken and 5 notes over there, Venus.
I got that costume right.
She's like headbutting. I should really put those away. I'm done with the series, recording the series, so they don't need to be there.
I got out of that costume right quick. Would have just caused the trouble at that point.
And where's that costume now?
Heck if I know. And it ain't my fault if you never find it.
The police searched every nook and cranny. No yokai costume was left in the manor. What if he tossed it outside the manor? Ah! No way! But maybe, just maybe... The fence seems to hit upon an idea. Well, go on, Mr. Justice. Okay, here's what I think. Mr. Filch, did you get the costume... did you get rid of the costume here? Where's here? We'll find out next time. Thank you for watching. I hope you all have a great day. Bye.